Hey guys, last today, and today I'm going to be bringing you another game review. Today we're going to be talking about one of the newer installments in yet another classic series, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I'm aware that in my last video, my sound had a few problems, so I'm going to be trying to improve that this time around. And if you don't like this volume, then I can make it better. No, but seriously guys, let's get right into the review. Now, let me tell you about Monster Hunter. For those of you that don't know, Monster Hunter is a series where you, hunt monsters. It's been around for a long time and has a very strong and loyal community. These hunters spend thousands and thousands of hours playing this game. Like, so much is not even funny. There's a reason for this, and it's just that the game is so incredibly addicting. The latest release, well, I don't want to talk about that one. Let's leave it at that. So that's why I'm doing Monster Hunter 4. This game only launched on a Nintendo 3DS, unlike its predecessor, which launched on a 3DS and the Wii U. Despite this, it has incredible amounts of content, albeit it may get boring eventually. We'll talk about that later in the video. Now, you Monster Hunter vets out there, forgive me for being a native and not knowing all the intricacies of the gameplay, but regardless, let's get right into it. Okay, so now let's talk about the gameplay of Monster Hunter. It's rather straightforward and consists mainly of hunting monsters through quests in order to further your rank as a hunter, gather materials, and gain rewards. In this game, it starts off rather easy, even boring, but the difficulty quickly scales to incredibly high levels. There's a very wide variety of monsters to hunt, a total of 98 in this iteration of the game. Now let's talk about the mechanics of the game. First, gathering. Run out of supplies? Gathering allows you to go out to the wild and grab some more. You can even combine them with some others to create high-level items, and some items can only be obtained by going out and gathering their parts. Some people think gathering is boring, but I think it really adds a lot to the value of the game. Let's say you're out hunting a very difficult monster, and you run out of supplies. You're really struggling. 40 minutes into the 50-minute hunt, and you really don't want to waste all that time. You need potions to survive the hunt. So, you can run away from the monster, go and gather herbs and blue mushrooms, and make your own potion. You can even catch special fish that will allow you to sharpen your weapon. I know it's really weird sounding, but yeah, you can do that. Although, when you need excessive amounts of a material, it can, in fact, get annoying to go out and gather 200 iron ore for your bombs. When you mine, there's also a chance you might find parts that allow you to acquire rare weapons. Another group of mechanics that I feel go hand in hand to add to the hunting in the game is the tracking, baiting, and capturing. When you're on a hunt, you can track a monster by hitting with a scented paintball and following it on your map, since they will run away from you, and you wouldn't want to lose the monster and let it heal while it's sleeping. When monsters have been fighting for a while, they will get tired and therefore hungry, and if you lay down a piece of meat, they will eat it. It will heal their stamina back to normal, but if you poison the meat, for example, you can use it to your advantage. You can also use it to bait monsters onto traps in order to capture them. Capturing a monster is more difficult than killing it, however, you will get more materials from capturing a monster. One more thing that adds more to the gameplay is crafting weapons and armor. When you kill monsters, you will get their parts. You can use these parts, sometimes in combination with natural resources, like ores or even bugs, to create higher level gear, which is basically required to progress through the game. However, it can get a bit painful that you have to defeat hard monsters multiple times to create or upgrade the gear you want. In Monster Hunter 4, new mechanics were added to each weapon, making them all much more interesting. The focus of the new mechanics in the game was terrain, so now you can use it to perform aerial attacks and mount the monsters. The monsters will also use the terrain to get the jump on you, however, which makes the game funner for newcomers and fresh and interesting for veterans. And one more thing that adds diversity to the game is the amount of ways that you can approach the gameplay. So in the game there's 14 weapons. Yeah, 14. 11 are for blade masters and 3 are for gunners. Being a gunner gives you the power to keep your distance from a monster, but have a trade-off of having much weaker armor than a blade master. Now, let me give you a quick list of the weapons. Great sword, long sword, sword and shield, dual blades, hammer, hunting horn, lance, gun lance, switch axe, charge blade, insect glaive, light bow gun, heavy bow gun, and bow. Jesus Christ, if that's not a lot of stuff to play around with, I don't know what is. The gameplay here is really fun and addicting, so I think we can give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, now let's talk about how the game feels altogether. Like I said earlier, the mechanics blend together to make the game quite exciting and really go a long way to make you feel like a true hunter. The art style is also kind of rugged, which helps add to that feel. I'm not a big fan of the art style used in the games, I never have been, but this game does manage to look a bit better than the older games, so I will give it a 7 out of 10. The music in this game is honestly, well, decent, I guess. Here, have a listen. It's alright, but it has little to no presence when you're actually playing the game, which is what matters. And that was one of the better tracks I could find. The vast majority of them were pretty meh, so I have to give this game's music a 4 out of 10. Overall, the way the game felt was really good, shiny, polished. It made you feel like a darn good hunter when you're getting those mountain knockdowns on the monsters, and really cool when you do the aerials, even better when you do multiplayer combos. Like I said earlier, the gathering and the struggle of the harder quests make you really feel like you're being the role you're being put into. So, I give this game a 7 out of 10. Okay, things that annoy me about this game. Alright, let me open this section right up with mounting. Mounting is a cool mechanic, yeah, but I really enjoy challenge in games, and the mounting mechanic, in my opinion, kind of destroys part of the challenge. Think about it, being able to knock down and severely damage a monster without much effort at all. With the Insect Glaive weapon, you can even mount monsters almost at free will, which allows you to interrupt the hardest phases of high-level monsters. Apart from this, for those veterans out there, I know this is a super common complaint, but I don't think I like the Charge Blade weapon, not one bit. I think its ability to do things many of the other weapons can do nullifies the reason to choose other weapons. One last thing I don't like about the game is that the drop rates for certain items on very tough monsters is ridiculously low, like 2% low. When you need 2 or 3 items that drop at a 2% rate from a monster that takes you like 20 minutes and a lot of resources to kill can get annoying. Anyways, if you can excuse these issues with the game, I think that Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is a game for you. This game is approved. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this sick video. And if you did, leave a like and your address in the comments, and I'll personally go to your house and make you some authentic Puerto Rican yellow rice with pigeon peas. So, if you like weird tasting acquired taste peas, leave a like and have a nice day. Peace out.